So welcome back to Arise Africa. You're with me, Michael Mwikamba, and this is my favorite part of this show, actually, the interview segment. And today I'm joined with one talented poet who doubles as an artist and everything creative. I'll just let him introduce himself. He goes by the name Bilap Omido. Karibu sana Bilap.
Asante, thank you.
Arise Africa. Welcome. This is the show where we just bring artists and just chill. And I hope you're enjoying your coffee.
Yeah, it's
yes,
nice.
And just to clarify, these are not plastic cups. I don't know if my mic can pick this. They're glassware. I just love color. My producer decided we are going to be doing a lot of colors, so that's why they look plastic, but they are not. Trust me. Anyway, more to you. Who is Bilap Omido? And just tell us more about you.
I like calling myself a storyteller, so I live my life as a storyteller using art. Poetry. I'm also a visual artist, an actor. I paint, I design. I do actually a lot of art. So art is my life.
You just call yourself an artist?
I'm just an artist.
I
make things.
Generally, you just make things happen.
Yes.
From visual, so that means you actually draw and paint?
I draw, I paint, I design because I also study architecture.
Awesome.
So I'm soon going into fashion design. So just want to do everything. In performing arts, I act, I direct, and also I perform poetry.
You perform poetry.
Yes.
So what have you specialized in? What are you really, really good at? If I was to ask the top 3 of the things you're really good at in your art, can you name them for us?
Let me start with acting. I'm good in acting. Number 1. Number 2, I can say painting. And then number 3, I can say design.
Design.
Yeah. So
that is pretty much what you study.
Yeah.
So is there any art that you've done already that is out there that we can, we can see?
I have a Facebook page, Bilap's Art Collection. That's where most of my paintings and design works are. I also have a blog where I post most of my stories, my articles, and my poetry. A blog called artyabilaps.wordpress.com.
That is at a blog.
A blog. So if you go there, you'll see most of my weird stuff.
You decided to call them weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
And if the poetry you do, is it spoken word? Is it poem? Do you do poems? Do you do spoken word? Just clarify.
I just want to call myself a poet because I'm mostly a performing artist who does poetry. So mostly I write, and right now I do people's poetry. So most of my work that I do is get other people's work and then I put it on stage. I really package well
so
something on stage.
You perform.
I'm mostly a performing artist.
And you've also written others.
I write a lot.
Some
actually,
under your name.
I write daily.
You write daily.
So I think I have over 300 pieces. Yeah. So
What inspires your writing? What inspires your writing? It depends on the mood of the day. What inspires your writing?
A lot of things inspire me. Life, daily happenings. Like now we are here, the cameras can inspire me.
Awesome.
When I'm outside, the vehicles can inspire me. The people in the streets can inspire me. Nature inspires me. God inspires me.
Yes.
When I read content from a lot of books, when I read the Bible, inspires. So everything inspires me.
Everything around you. As long as you get that epiphany, you're good to go.
So most of the time when I put my pen on the paper, it just flows. So I don't really say I want to write about these things, but I just write and flow. Yeah.
That shows a lot of talent, because I know I'd freeze if I start writing anything poetic. I cannot rhyme anything to save my life. So maybe that's why I like being around poets, because you guys make me look very creative. And it's good to have that, that gift to draft down and make anything rhyme. Yeah. And in your artistry, I'm going to put you in the spot here. Okay. What is one of the best rhyme you've ever? What is one of the best poetic line you've ever written that you can say, like, quote unquote, blah 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 by Bilap Omido? By Bilaps.
That's kind of hard.
I don't really have you said you so try something spontaneous.
That's kind of hard. Let me see. Her name is called Wilkista. She's not in a hipster. Her heart is not in a fiesta. But I'll try to call her Scholastica because she was my first girlfriend.
Where does Scholastica get? But it's a good one. It's a good one. I can't do anything like that to save my life, so I'm not going to put you in the spots that it doesn't come round to me. And so Bilap, you've just given us a rhyme about Wilkista and Scholastica, and so is Bill-ups dating? I'll just throw that in there. Is Bill-ups or Mindo dating? Are you dating? Are you seeing anyone?
That's kind of private, but I see many people.
It's not private. It's not private. When you say to come on my show, it's just you see not seeing many people.
I'm seeing many people.
You are not avoiding that question. Are you dating? Are you dating anyone seriously? On a serious note, I know somebody back at home would like to know.
No, I'm not dating anybody.
Why? He's a free agent. Yeah, I'm loving my poets. My poets are just free agents. So when you can just hook me up on my page and just go like, yes, I want Bill-ups. I'm connecting you today to some crazy fan out there. That is how we do at Arise Africa.
Okay.
That is just how we do. And also, going back to you.
Yeah.
When growing up,
yeah.
you know, artists have always told me that when growing up, I listened to a lot of, I watched a lot of, I read a lot of. Who did you grow up exposed to? Which artists really inspired what you do?
Yeah. Now, based from where I live, that is in Kisumu. I grew up
Kisumu Pacho.
Kisumu Pacho. I grew up with a lot of visual artists, people who paint. But I got introduced to poetry later in high school. So I started writing most of my pieces in high school. But I started performing way back in primary, going to public speaking and acting and music festivals. But in high school, I got exposed to a lot of drama festivals. So I can say my first mentors and the people who spoke a lot of good performance and poetry were my teachers. One teacher that I can remember is Mr. Marco Kite. So I used to read
Mr. Marco what now?
Marco Kite. So
hey, Mr. Marco Kite. If I can translate that to a language I know, I've heard of Marco Kite, the man who holds his beards like this.
Yes.
Mr. Marco Kite, you've just been gotten free airtime. Mr. Marco Kite, thank you for bringing up Bill-ups and teaching him all about performing arts. Yeah. So it's just all about drama for you and the people you grew up listening to. And you know, those people have been painting around you and performing. So when you got performing, you honed your craft in high school. You've been developing since high school?
High school.
High school, that was just it.
Yeah, and then after high school, now I said I wanted to go into serious poetry. Yeah.
Awesome. So after high school, because right now I understand you're a student.
Yeah.
You told us you study architecture.
Yeah.
So where have you performed? What platforms have you been doing? What platforms have you been performing? Do you own a platform? Just tell us more about the platforms, because I'm pretty sure a viewer at home would like to know who is Bill-ups and does he have anything to himself? Yes.
I perform in many places, events. I get invites to perform in events, but currently for the past 2 years, I've been doing most of what I call religious poetry, performing in churches. Like 2 weeks ago, I was at Nazarene University performing. Yes. Next week, I have a gig performing. Yeah. So events just come up, poetry events. I performed at Eve of Poetry, at Power 254. I've performed at The Rendition that happens at the University of Nairobi. I performed at, I can say many, weddings. So, but actually most of my events are weddings. I get paid to go and perform love poems in weddings and stuff like that.
That is really cool, because you get paid to do what you know how to do best, and which is a challenge for most of the artists, because artists are always saying we're not being paid, people are not appreciating us enough. What makes you carve that niche and know that my name is Bill-ups and I get paid for events I do? Do you charge all of them? Do you go some for free depending on the event? What warrants? Some of they just call it, say, Bill-up, hey, we want to support you and we are paying you for this event.
I rarely, when somebody is interested in mostly seeing my work, when I have a free date, like I just book, I'll say, I'll come and perform. I don't necessarily have to say you have to pay me, but if you pay me, that is okay, because I want most of my work to go outside there. And it's not about money. Money will come. So when you perform well, people will call you and they pay you. So I rarely put a price tag on my work, because I just want people to listen to my poetry. It's more of a creation that I want people to enjoy, and I want people to have it.
Which is a brilliant idea, because you are setting your bar. You're setting your bar for yourself. You're not going to tag yourself a certain price tag.
No.
You want them to rate you and tag you.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yes.
So you've been growing step by step and every day.
Yeah.
in those platforms, like I asked you before, you didn't answer me quite clearly.
Okay.
Do you own a platform? Do you mentor people? Do you have, you know, a place you can go and say like, hey, this is mine. I orchestrate this. I'm a part of this. Do you have?
This event, we call it experience, called the Rendition. It happens every first Friday of the month at the University of Nairobi. So Rendition has happened for the past 1 year. What we do, basically, we take artists, bands, poets, spoken word artists, visual artists, and everybody who does any good stuff. We package that work together and put it on stage.
Awesome.
So basically what we are going to do is, we do mentorship and train them and tell them this is what you're going to perform on stage, and that's what we do. So instead of me just, I'm one person, I can't perform every day. So what if I give that skill to somebody else and make that person grow? So that's what I do.
Good. So we are getting more of you. Thank Bila for sharing that.
Yeah.
And right now I want to take us to enjoy some of what creatives have to offer in a segment I like to call the good vibes. So we take 5 to watch the good vibes, but when we come back, more of Bilaps and possibly a performance after this.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you got away with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. Well, I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrillers, only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me down. Other dancers may be on the floor, yeah, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. Well, I can hear the sound of violin long before it begins. Make me thrillers, only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with me. When we dance, you got away with me. Stay